Alright, let's check up on Twitch now. Let's check up on YouTube. Make sure everything's okay this time, because that was awkward. Wait, what? Upcoming? What do you mean on? Let's go. What in the world? Right. Oh, okay. Hello once again. This is Troy Oasis. I'm your host, and these are my two co-hosts, Kirby and Snorlax. Say hello, Kirby and Snorlax. Hi. And I hope that you've had a great day so far. And if not, if the rest of your day is better or tomorrow is better for you. So yeah, finally I remembered how to work this out without logging in. So blah blah blah. We're going to finally play. Right, this is the wrong controller. I was using Nintendo Switch controller, not the Nintendo Switch 2 controller. Hold on a moment. Alright, back to the... Oh, working on the chain gang. Oh, darn it, I'm... Hold on a moment. Making sure I can be heard. Hello? Okay. Alright, back to the game at hand. Sorry that took a little bit of a hustle there. So, my bad. For anybody watching this, I hope that you are wondering about what just happened there. I just needed to work on my Twitch restream stuff, so... and YouTube restream stuff, so sorry about that. Now, that's where I was. Bring out, ooh, doggy. Alright. Wait. This is part 3? I put it at part 4. Come on, moment. Making sure this is right. Alright, so it is part 4. Making sure. Alright, time to hit the gym. Or at least, time to play the game. Finally. He does not look happy. As do I, as we're out at the investigation. March 28th, 9:45 a.m. High Prosecutor's Office, room 1202. Ugh! I still can't believe what happened yesterday. It was terrible, the way those two treated you. Now let's cut to the chase. I'm here to clean up your mess, Edgeworth. The committee hereby decrees that Prosecutor Edgeworth be relieved of his duties and replaced by Prosecutor Winter. Here ends the verdict. Judge Cavell and Mr. Winter certainly didn't mince their words. That's not what concerns me right now. I'm more worried about the committee's reasons for doing what they did. What they might do next. I suspect it won't be good. I got a bad feeling about this. Earth to Edgeworth, are you listening to me? Huh? Yes, of course. So this is it? You're giving up on the Bronco Knight case? No, I have no intention of doing any such thing. To walk away from the case would be to tactfully accept the committee's decision. The only problem is that I don't have the authority to continue investigating. Yes, what is it, detective? I've got some bad news, sir. We're done at the precinct is. They just arrested somebody for Knight's murder. How is that? Wait, how is that bad news? We catch these criminals all the time. What? Do you know who it is? No, but I heard they're being held in the detention center. Maybe you could talk to whoever it is? Good idea. Let's get down there, Mr. Edgeworth. Even without the authority to investigate, surely I can still pay a suspect an innocent visit. Alright, we're on our way. Me too. I'll see you there, sir. But won't you be missed, detective? Nope. Nah, everybody's busy in the prison going over the crime scene anyway. Miss me, they're never going to kiss me. Good, then we'll see you shortly. Yes, sir! Come on, Kate, let's go. You got it! Time for some punching. I would've smacked that criminal's face off their face. Wait. Smile off your face. There we go. March 28th, 10:23 a.m. Detention Center, Visitors Room. Still no sign of them, huh? Indeed. Wait, this is just like last time. Please, don't tempt fate like that. No, I can't! I just can't! Sure you can. I told you. It's just a pair of visitors. Huh? Sounds like someone really doesn't want to see us. No. Just talk with them, please. But one of them's a prosecutor, right? Aren't they all super scary? All they do is stare at you, right into your soul. You must be the suspect in the... Eek! See, I told you! Okay, why is this man so flustered? Probably because you're just being you. But I guess that's just how you are. Thanks for clearing absolutely nothing. Hey, Mr. Suspect, you doing okay in there? I just want to have a little chat with you. No biggie, right? Who are you? I'm Kay Faraday, Mr. Edgeworth's trusty sidekick. It's just a part-time gig I'm doing while I take a break from my real job, though. Funny, I don't recall ever employing you. Well, I stole your paycheck now. How do you like them apples? Okay. I'm just kidding, but I just stole your assistant's job. Okay. And that's Mr. Edgeworth. He is a prosecutor, but he's not going to stare a hole into your soul or anything. Oh, please. Really? Really? Eek. Anyway, can you please tell us your name? First, please tell us your name. It's Saint. Simeon Saint. Well, nice to meet you, Simeon. You can call me Kay. Everyone else does. Prosecutor Miles Edgeworth. I would like to ask you a few questions, if I may. Please, Simeon. We're trying to help you. I promise. Really? Thanks to Kay, it sounds like we might finally get some answers, at least. Perhaps you could start by telling us a little about yourself? Who, me? But why would anyone want to know about me? I'm boring. I'm nothing. I'm a nobody. Do you have a job? Oh, well, it's hardly worth mentioning, really. I'm your average corporate pencil pusher, just like everybody else. Honest. This is going to take a while. About you and Mr. Knight. Just when I thought we were making progress. Okay. So, Simeon, do you know Mr. Knight? Come on, you can tell me. Bronco? Yeah, I knew him. He we were friends. Interesting. Wonder if you knew that Knight had been arrested. Did you know did you know Mr. Knight had been arrested? Yeah, I even came to visit him. You came to see Knight? Wonder when that would have been. And when was that, Simeon? Hey, stop stealing my thoughts, Kay. It was the day before yesterday, around lunchtime. I came as soon as I got the call from the cops. The police called him? Why? How come the police called you? They said Bronco asked them to. That he needed a favor. A favor? Uh-huh. He wanted me to bring him his chess set. The pocket-sized one. So I went by his place, and then I came here. A chess set? A chess set? Is it just me, or is she getting better at stealing my thoughts? You do know everything. You do know everything you think is written all over your face, right, Mr. Edgeworth? I'm just going to steal your thoughts. Yeah, I'm not a mind reader, just an expression reader. Amazing, right? Don't you just love having a sidekick as helpful as me? And have you read what my next move is going to be? I sure have. There's something you want to show Simeon. Indeed. Let's present it to him and see what he has to say about it. So this chess set. Oh, that's the one I brought for Bronco. Oh, that settles that at least. We, found it next to Mr. Knight. I always had to have a chessboard somewhere nearby. I'm not surprised he had it with him when he... Simeon, you and Mr. Knight, you were very close, weren't you? Yeah, we were best friends. At least I thought we were. But I guess I was wrong about that. What do you mean? If I knew him so well, why was it such a shock for me to find out he had killed someone? It's not easy discovering that you're someone It's not easy discovering that someone you're close to has committed a terrible crime. It's a very jagged, bitter pill to swallow indeed. It's like rain on your wedding day. How could it all end like this? I could never have imagined something so awful. Something's not right here, Mr. Edgeworth. There's just no way Simeon murdered Mr. Knight. Yes, certainly doesn't seem to have an obvious motive. And again, he wouldn't have been arrested for no reason either. I wonder what grounds they had for doing so. Why were you arrested, Mr. Saint? I just don't get it. Why would he talk to me? I don't know. Honestly, I don't. Oh, he answered you, Mr. Edgeworth. I guess he's not scared of you anymore. Thank goodness for small miracles. The cops burst into my house this morning out of nowhere. And before I knew it, I was here. The policeman. Was there a prosecutor with them? Yes, some kid named DeWinner or something? The rookie. I thought as much. So, did they interrogate you yet? What? I'm going to be interrogated? By the cops? Well, yeah. I mean, you've been arrested. You're a suspect now. No. Won't the detectives shout at me and threaten me and... Oh, there are always these hulking guys, right? Who get in your face and force you to... Detective Dick Gumshoe, reporting for duty. Eek! See, I told you. Please don't hurt me. Please don't crush me with those big, huge arms. What did I just walk into? No, please. I'm calling the cops. But I am the cops. What's up with this guy, Mr. Edgeworth? Oh, nothing, Detective. You're just being you. I guess it's just how you are. I don't get it, sir. Look, Mr. Edgeworth, Simeon is clearly innocent. So there's gotta be something we can do for him, isn't there? Mr. Saint. Yes? You were Mr. Knight's friend, and 2 days ago you came to visit him. You had nothing at all to do with this murder. Is my understanding correct? Yes, I didn't kill anybody. Very well, then I will choose to believe you. And I will do all that I can to assist you. Huh? But why would you help a nobody like me? Let's just say I may not be doing it solely for your sake. I have something of a personal interest in this case. That's right, it's payback time. I'll show those two whole investigation. We'll show those two whose investigation reigns supreme. Oh yeah, now we're cooking. And I'm on fire. Wait, who brought this match with me? No! Unfortunately, I still lack the authority to conduct said investigation. As such, my resources are rather limited, and I'll need to lean heavily on the ones I do have at hand. Which means you, Mr. Saint, your information will be invaluable going forward. In other words, let's see if we can't help one another out, shall we? Oh, I just thought of something. Why don't you just borrow an attorney's badge? Then you could represent our pal here. Now it's not the time for jokes, scummy. I mean, Mr. Edgeworth is the prosecutor. Couldn't defend anyone if his life depended on it. But I wasn't kidding. I just thought helping suspects, that's what a defense attorney does, you know? Sure, but we can do that too. The only thing that matters is that we find the real culprit in the end. So come on, let's get to work. Yes, ma'am. I'm sure you know already, but just to be clear, if our investigation ultimately proves you to be the culprit, we'll have no choice but to treat you like any other suspect. But you needn't worry. I believe you, or at least I have decided to try. For now. Just hold tight and try to believe in us in return. If nothing else, it might help you to feel a little less alone. Now, if you'll excuse me. March 20th, 11:22 a.m. Detention Center Corridor. So we talked a good game in there, but we can't even get back inside the main prison to see the scene of the crime. Maybe defending the guy in court is our best bet after all. Hemi, can't defend for his life, remember? Well, who do we have here? Well, who do we have here? If it isn't Edgeworth and the game, what are you cats doing here? Listen, pal, if you come to arrest Mr. Edgeworth again, Hey, easy there, Detective Flatfoot Shulms. I'm here to work. Really? Whatever happened to the whole Sherlock Holmes scene in The First Ace Attorney? Work? What? Work? What, you're here to defend somebody? Whoa, the Game Master nails it in one. Aren't you just the uber-intelligentes of the bunch? Uber-intelligentes? Now, that's not how you use either of those words, Fender. Some may say I'm an easygoing old rogue about town, but I'm actually not a half-bad attorney. Which is why I've been summoned to the old Rooney for a meeting with a new client. The suspect is one Simony Singsbury. You mean Simeon Saint? Oh, that's freaky. You know more about my job than I do. Wait, Mr. Edgeworth. Mr. Fender's a defense attorney. Are you thinking what I'm thinking? I fear I might be. In fact, it could be our only option. Not so long ago, I found myself embroiled in another case that wasn't mine. I managed to worm my way into the crime scene by agreeing to be a certain somebody's subordinate. And an experience I ever wanted to repeat, but I fear I have little choice. Fender, hold it. Before you say another word, I just gotta point out the fine print. Eddie Fender doesn't take on associates. Say it ain't so, I hear you protesting, but pompous prosecutors are a no-go. Especially those of the Von Karma variety. I should have known he wouldn't forgive me that easily. I understand why you wouldn't want to work with someone like me. What's more, I understand how you feel about things Von Karma. But please believe me when I say, I'm not the man I was back then. I'm no longer under my old mentor's spell. You better believe it, pal. Mr. Edgeworth a changed man. Sure, he used to be the demon prosecutor. But he's not like that anymore. I do have feelings, detective. Gummy's right. Mr. Edgeworth's one of the good guys now. He's not just a prosecutor. He is a hero. He just got off He just got me off the hook just last month. You don't say. Well, that escalated quickly. Why aren't you singing? I don't know this part well, but he was. There's no other word for it. It was heroic, great thiefly even. Please, Fender, don't you think there's something odd about the way the committee stepped in yesterday? There's more to this case than meets the eye. I'm certain of it. And I'm not talking about the Transformers. I just can't walk away from this. I can't, like James Gain. Please allow me to help you with this investigation. Sheesh. A bow from the great Miles Edgeworth. Never thought I'd see today, but here we are. So enlighten me, if you will. What made the leopard change his spots? Well, I suppose I would have to say the courtroom itself. I have experienced so many things and met so many people there within its four walls, including some old friends who showed me a better way to be. How could that not change a person? Well, I'll be. The old you would have never bared a soul like that. That was beautiful. You might have even surprised you know who, and you know how much that takes. Tell you what, here's what we're going to do. We're going to start again with a clean slate. So, this is me. Edgeworth & Co. Law Office's Eddie Fender's senior partner. Edgeworth? That's right. Mr. Fender here began his legal career as an assistant to my late father, Gregory Edgeworth. What? Your dad was a defense attorney? So, the you-know-who Mr. Fender keeps talking about is... The clever Kingmaster nails it once again. That's right, I was talking about his old man. Yes, you all noticed I kept his name over the door, so to speak. Least I could do for old Gregory, really. Listen, Edgeworth, Miles. I'm going to level with you here. I don't trust you. Not fully, anyway. I can't just forget about all those years you spent licking Miss Von Karma's boots, you know. Anyone can say they've changed. I'm going to need you to prove it. With a hug. And besides, you know it's what Gregory would have wanted. Very well, I accept. Okay then, that's not enough hardball for one day. Let's move on to the fun stuff. I here appoint you interim associate of Edgeworth and Co. Congrats, man. I will try not to let you down. Well, doesn't this bring a tear to the eye? The prodigal son, coming on board at his late father's firm. Permission to come on board too. Please, Mr. Fender. You don't even have to ask, kiddo. Welcome to the crew. Woohoo! Thanks, Captain. Alright, I guess it's time to go to work. So, where to begin? Any bright ideas, Miles? Where were we when we were so rudely interrupted? I believe we need to speak with the person who found the body. Just what I was thinking, eager associate. We do indeed. Still the type to smile and nod, I see. That will certainly make my life easier, boss. Now that's that decided, let's get going. What about me? I'm a detective. I just can't, up on board as an attorney's assistant like you guys, even though I spilled the beans here and there to some defense attorneys. That's the point. I can't leave him drift on all on his own now, can I? Detective Gumshoe, I have a special assignment for you. You are to continue investigating the case under Mr. Winter. Oh no, not that guy, sir! And if you happen to discover anything that seems useful, you are to notify me immediately. You're in a uniquely powerful position, Detective, and I'm going to need all the info you can pass our way. You can count on me, sir. I just hope they discover that I've been using my payphone or so. I'm a real pro when it comes to letting things slip to defense anyways. Trust me, I know. But just this one, those loose lips of yours might be what saves our ship. Through wide the prison gates, good sirs, because here we come. March 28th, 11:50 a.m. Prison corridor. So, any idea how we tracked down whoever found the Bronxter's body, Miles? I think our best bet would be to simply ask around. Oh, don't you dare! Who is this? Excuse me, but oh my! Just look at you! Are you talking to me? Just fabulously chic, darling. Fabulously. Facial hair is so very courant, don't you think? And enchanté, mademoiselle. I'm much obliged. Defense Attorney Eddie Fender at your service. Let's just get things off on the right foot, shall we? A little embracer, perhaps? Ooh, I like the sound of that. Right on the kisser. Well, how else does one greet a new friend? A little smooch is entirely de rigueur, don't you think? Oh gosh, if they're French. Wow, talk about stealing a kiss. Indeed, an act so shameless it puts even great thieves to shame. Physical contact is so very important. Physical contact is so very important as a form of expression for a little family. Everyone in this lovely home will tell you as much. Hey, if everyone is hip to that, I can be hip to that too, sure. Fifi the guard, by the way, warden of this charming abode. You may call me Fifi, of course. So she's the warden of the entire detention center and prison facility, is she? A pleasure to meet you, Mr. the guard. Miles Edgeworth. I am an associate with Mr. Fender's practice. I hope you don't mind asking me, but were you here in the prison yesterday? Oh, don't be silly, darling. Of course I was. Yesterday was a very important day, after all. Important in what way exactly? A big meeting of some sort, perhaps? A meeting? Oh heavens, no. I couldn't think of anything worse. No, yesterday the circus came to visit. Oh no, not the Big Berry Circus. It was a simply spectacular event featuring some terrifically talented animals. Anyone had to be there. If you were here at home, you were watching the show with me. The performers set up a special stage in the yard just for us. We are one very lucky family, n'est-ce pas? So, she was at the circus performance for the inmates yesterday morning. Mr. Carceretto mentioned this show yesterday as well. He must have been talking about the same thing. What time did this show take place? From around 8 until 10 maybe? Yeah, something like that. Meaning it finished right around when the body was discovered. And by dint of having attended the show, she has a reasonably solid alibi. Oh, would you look at the time? Sorry, darlings, but I really must dash. Feel free to explore at home. Mi casa, su casa, and all of that. Ciao for now. Well, what now, Mr. Edgeworth? The person who found the body screamed. And that scream was heard by one inmate that we know of. Therefore, our first task is to question this inmate and see where his information will take us next. About the person who found the body, do you happen to know where he is right now? Should be in one of the workshops, I guess. Usually at this hour. Then it seems the workshops are our next port of call. Hello? Anybody in there? Nice try, kiddo, but this isn't a bathroom stall. Yo, you in there. Could you help us out in here? Out here, my good man? Yes, sir. What can I do for you? Is someone using this workshop right now? Yes, sir. One of the prisoners is in there. Just confirmed it myself during the noontime roll call. We'd like to speak to this prisoner, if that's all right. Sure, I'll go fetch him right now. Won't take a sec. This one's all yours, Miles Z-boy. What? Why? Let's just say I'd rather not roll the dice on someone I don't know, yeah? Huh? And I thought adults were all supposed to be strong and brave. Well, you're not looking so brave yourself right now. Let's call it even. Here they come. Here comes Speed Racer. Hello. Yes, hello. Hello. I hear you wish to speak with me? Not exactly the hardened criminal we were expecting, is he? My name is Miles Edgeworth. I'm a public prosecutor. Prosecutor, you say? Oh, hold it. Eddie Fender, attorney at law. What happened to Bean's too scared to handle this. Listen, sorry about my pal here. He gets the weirdest ideas. For prosecutor indeed. That'll be the day. He's actually just an associate. Geez, Miles, get a grip, will ya? Ark, he's right. Mustn't forget that I'm a defense attorney's assistant for the time being. Ah, that explains it. I did think you looked a little different from the prosecutor I spoke with yesterday. So he's already spoken to Winter. Do you mind answering a few questions? No, of course not. I'd be delighted. The name saw it. Frank saw it. The witness here's all yours, my young associate. Sure, have the intern do everything. Why not? Mr. Sott, you're no doubt aware that a murder took place yesterday. Do you mind telling us where you were at the time the body was found? Yes. I was in the workshop there, working as one might expect. What kind of work were you doing? Well, I'm actually retraining at the moment. I'm hoping to become a stylist, you see. A pet stylist, that is. Yes, I've been studying so hard, practicing every moment I can. An unusual field of study befitting an unusual prison, I suppose. That's it. I'm certain I didn't see anything. Interesting. I barely asked him anything at all, and he's already sweating bullets. So, yes, I'm afraid I won't be able to help you. Sorry. Hold it! No, I'm the one who's sorry, Mr. Sott, or this interview has only just begun. Well, I mean, even if you were to ask me, you know something, don't you? That's... He's definitely hiding something. I'll need to push him a little harder if I'm to get any answers. Just time. The first step is to analyze the situation. Let's take a look at our opponent. I didn't see anything. I really can't help you, I'm afraid. Something tells me he'd be a good poker player. It's hard to tell that much at all from his face. I don't think he'll be giving me much in the way of physical clues either. I'll have to rely solely on his words instead. That's the only way I know what's going on underneath. Alright, time to make my first move. Let's see who we're dealing with here. He may get a hitting his motions, but everyone has a tell. Tell me, what's your connection to this incident? Which incident? The murder? Oh, well, it has nothing to do at all to do with me. Nothing. Really? I wouldn't dream of getting involved in anything as ghastly as that. Well, you see, how could I put this? Well, I like to think of myself as an upstanding citizen. A good person, if you will. Forgive me, Mr. Sott, but under normal circumstances, good people do not tend to end up in prison. Oh, that's... So, you do well tell me what you know about the incident. How many times do I have to tell you people? I mean, I don't know anything, I swear. Surely you've noticed, Ms. Hunt. Sorry, I don't know what more to say, but I can't help you. My apologies, Mr. Sott. But considering that the incident occurred right here in the prison, I find it very hard to believe that you know nothing at all. Oh, well, I suppose it might seem unlikely, but it's true. If you're looking for the person who found the body, I'll have to look elsewhere. What do you think I'm looking for the person who found the body? certainly never mentioned any such thing to you. Is it because you do know something you're not telling me after all? Huh. No, I just since that's who you might be looking for, that's all. I'm simply a pest stylist in training. I don't know anything truly. There's no doubt about it. This man is hiding something big. In which case, let's find out what he did yesterday, the day of the incident. Now, where is my phone? Where is my phone? I've only been in this chair for at least like an hour or so. Oh, there we are. My opponent is very good at hiding his true feelings, but not for long. It's time to smash that mask of his and see what lurks behind that phony smile. Edgeworth, you might want to rephrase that. Tell me about the day of the incident. If you really don't have anything to do with the murder, then you have nothing to hide, right? Well, the day of the incident... Oh gosh, I mean, so much happened. I want to know what you were doing, Mr. Sot, in detail. I told you, I'm a pet stylist in training. That's what I was doing yesterday. Training. Specifically, I was giving the animals a trim. You didn't know there's any commotion at the time of the incident? I'd imagine things were suddenly quite tumultuous around here. Well, commotion, you say? No, not really. Maybe I heard something, but... If you don't have anything else to ask me, I do need to be going. Perhaps a little more proactivity is called for. You heard of something? Was this someone screaming by any chance? Don't try to tell me you don't remember. You continue to assert that you know nothing about the incident, Mr. Sot, but I'm afraid I don't believe a word of it. Oh! No, I thought I heard someone yelling, but I don't really remember. The fact that you heard a scream at the time of the murder may well prove to be a useful clue. I would do well to bear it in mind. What was it like here in the prison yesterday morning? I really don't remember. I don't have the best memory, I'm afraid. You don't remember? Please. You literally just confirmed that you heard a scream. Oh, but I might have been mistaken, like that one guy from CD Lagrange. The truth is, I really don't remember. Your memory fails you yet again? How convenient. But I know you're lying, Mr. Sot. How dare you talk to me like... I mean, I'm not lying. Look, if you must know, when I'm working with the animals and I get into the zone, they're all I see. Am I to understand you have something of a talent for animal grooming then? Well, my scissor technique could use a little work, but I'd say I'm quite good with the animals. You seem to like me. I'm especially good at calming them down when they get scared. Scared? When exactly do they get scared? Surely it doesn't happen very often. Well, that's, no, thankfully it doesn't. A loud scream would certainly frighten the animals, wouldn't it? Why are you going to such lengths to deny having heard the scream? What is it you're hiding, Mr. Saw? Tell me. Oh, you'll find out. I'm about to summon it. Go. I can assure you I'm not hiding anything. I'll admit I really did hear somebody scream, but I'm not hiding anything, I promise. The mask is fully beginning to crack. Now to shutter it completely by asking about the scream itself in more detail. Wait, this is annoying. I'm afraid you're about to learn a painful lesson, Mr. Sot. That hiding things from me never ends well for my opponent. When did you hear the scream? Oh, wait. Now I remember. I forgot about the show. They did put on a show for us prisoners around the time of the incident, you see. Yes, performing animals, if I remember rightly. That's where I was in the morning. So, now you wish to claim that you didn't hear a scream because you were at the show? Do you realize that goes completely against everything you've told me so far? What are you gonna do about it, huh? That is, my memory is patchy, as they say. Animal show really had to be seen to be believed. It did, didn't it? Tell me, what kind of animals did you see? Let me think. A whale? Enough of your lies. You were nowhere at the show, were you? God. Well, I seem to remember being there, but maybe I wasn't. It's clear Mr. Sot wasn't at the show. This feels like a vital clue. Who did you hear screaming? Wait, I just realized I made a mistake. When the incident happened, I was out in the yard. Yes. So, I didn't hear anyone scream. No one at all. How long are you planning to keep up these lies? I already know that you weren't at the show. Gah. Game's up, Mr. Sot. High time you told me the truth. I demand to know about the scream now. Oh, I can't tell you what I don't know. I didn't hear any scream. Not from the person who found the body. How curious. Most people would assume that the scream had come from the victim. So then, why do you think it came from the person who found the body, Gah! I made a mistake, that's all. Oh, Mr. Sot, how did he know it was a person that found the body who screamed? It's, Shall I tell you? You knew because it was you who found the body. And the scream that was heard when the incident occurred didn't come from the victim. It came from you! God. How did you? Arg. It's true, I admit it. But what gives you the right to treat people like this? Checkmate. Mine just checkmate. Now that we've established that you were the one who found the body, Mr. Sot, I believe you have lost any standing. You might have to withhold your cooperation. Alright, you win. But I wouldn't have anything useful to tell you. It probably isn't even worth your time. That's not for you to decide. By my hand, the truth will be revealed. Every decision I make is to ensure that end. Hold it. Except, that's not exactly what we're here to do, is it? What do you mean? We're not trying to expose the truth. We're trying to save Simeon. That's why we do now, remember? We work to get our client out of trouble. Not as a prosecutor, but as a defense attorney's assistant. What the K-Meister said, you need to listen to the kid more, you know? client has requested the services of Edgeworth & Co. And as your old man always said, relationship with your client comes before anything else. So if you think Mr. Saint's well-being is taking a back seat to some quest for the truth, well, let's just say I don't like to fire people, so we need you to fight against your instincts a little harder, yeah? This will take some time getting used to. In any case, the importance of this man's testimony remains unchanged. Therefore, Mr. Sot, I'm asking once more, what happened when you found the body? Oh, I didn't find the body. Stop lying to me. Well, finding the corpse... I was in the workplace there by myself, practicing what I'd learned. I don't remember how, but I found myself in front of the door to the other workshop. I happened to peek in through the little window, and then I saw him lying there, man, not moving, dead. I quilled in fright and found myself screaming in sheer terror. Let me get this straight. The room you were in is next to the one where the corpse was found. Yes, that's right. I was in Workshop B. And were you there the whole day? Yes, from the 7 a.m. roll call onwards. There are 3 roll calls a day, you see. 7 a.m., noon, and 9 p.m. And they check who's in the workshops during roll call, correct? That's right. Nothing was reported to be amiss at 7 a.m. Which means that Knight's body wasn't in the workshop yet at that point in time. Guess that means the murder took place after 7 a.m. Which puts it right around the time the show was happening. Oh yes, the show. I remember the other prisoners going to see it. Therefore, anybody who wasn't at the show has no alibi. Would that be a fair assessment, Mr. Sot? I guess so, but I only found the body, I swear. There's clear contradiction in Mr. Sot's testimony. Reading it out should be my first priority. And I will begin that some other time. Or at least a little bit later. I'm gonna get a drink of water. continue to get some stuff ready. And now, back to the game. Enough of these pathetic lies, Mr. Stotts. I'm afraid you've rather lost sight of what you are. What I am? I know precisely what I am. I'm a former newspaper salesman who's training to be a pet stylist. Hold it! But that's not all you are, sir, is it? Or did you forget the bracelet you wear around your wrist? The bracelet that marks you as a prisoner, and therefore unable to move around as you please. As we both know, stepping outside that door would have sounded an alarm. Well, there's no way you could have looked through into the other workshop without leaving the room you were in. Oh god. Oh wee, stylishly done, Drew. But doesn't this mean that Mr. Sod couldn't have found the body then? Good question, Kay. Perhaps Mr. Sod himself can explain. So actually, I may have forgotten to mention one very important detail. Sorry about that. I can explain exactly how I was able to see the body, if you like. By all means, go ahead. Finding the corpse, part 2. There's a little trick we prisoners know about, you see? As long as you leave your bracelet inside the door, you can lean out without triggering the alarm. That's how I was able to peek in through the window and into the workshop next door. Inside I spotted the victim's dead body, which made me scream in fright. So he's sane. He was able to take a look next door because he had kept his arm inside Workshop B as he leaned out. Please don't tell anyone about our little trick, especially not the guards, please. Well, what about the one on the right behind you? What are you talking about? Is this it? Is this all he was hiding? I'd better dig a little deeper into his testimony just in case. Bow wow. I suppose this allows you to enjoy a little taste of freedom? It does. To be honest, it's one of the few things that brings me joy anymore. Rather surprising source of joy, but rule breaking isn't exactly a demonstration of remorsefulness, is it? Oh, but I am remorseful. I really always am. I'm a model prisoner after all. I can suspect that he doesn't know what a model prisoner actually is. So you used this trick to peek through the window. That's right, yes. I made sure the guard wasn't looking, and I leaned out into the corridor. Why did you make so much of an effort just to take a look? Well, you see, I heard noises coming from next door. That room was supposed to be empty, so I thought it was strange. And you went to look as soon as you heard these noises? Yes, of course. I had to see what was going on, so I went right away. I see. Are there any problems with what Mr. Sod just said? Knowing that you looked into the next room as you heard some noise. If that's the case, you must have seen more than just a dead body. Because the person who made the noises should have been in there too. Oh, that's, you've got him quaking his boots, Mr. Edgeworth. Mr. Sod, tell us the truth about what you saw. You do, of course, have the right to remain silent, but it will do little to dispel the notion that you were somehow involved in this crime. I'm sorry. I did see something else, but it's too insane to believe. I really thought it might have dreamt it. That's why I wasn't sure if I should mention it. Just tell us what you saw. Alright. It was That dog. That dog? And what I saw is the stuff of nightmares. The huge black dog had sunk his terrible teeth into the victim's throat. What did you just say? It was hellish, utterly hellish. That beast, that awful beast, he killed him. Suddenly I don't feel so good. Just jeepers creepers, that's awful. Talk about traumatizing. It was dreadful, horrible. Now you know why I couldn't help but scream. So there's a man-eating dog in the prison's animal population, is there? That really is everything, I promise. You believe me, don't you? For now. This one seems too far-fetched to lie, even for you. I'd like to ask you to append what you just told us in your testimony, if you don't mind. Very well. You're sure this black dog was biting the victim's throat? Yes, there's blood everywhere. The beast's mouse was tripping with it and... Whoa! Spare us the gory details, will you? What about the victim? Was he... Eek! Don't say it! Do you really need to ask him that, Mr. Edgeworth? Oh, okay, what was that punch for? I'm on your side here. He wasn't moving at all. He was just lying there. He was already dead. There was so much blood oozing from his neck. Oh, he was dead as a doornail. I'm sure of that. Not even the twitch of a finger. Just lifeless. Eek! Enough already! Why do you have to go into such every little detail like that? To give you a nice and accurate testimony. That is what you want, isn't it? Shall I add what I've said to my testimony, Mr. Edgeworth? Please do. It was awful, I tell you. Terrible. Remember seeing his ring gleaming as it caught the light. Featured a snowflake motif in relief. Huh? Remember this. The snowflake motif in relief. You seem to have a very clear memory of this ring, Mr. Sotz. Well, I used to go door to door selling newspaper subscriptions, you see. I had to take people in at a glance. Their appearance, their mood, that sort of thing. Figuring out who exactly you're dealing with is the first step in any sale. Except in this case, you were figuring out a corpse. What can I say? Force of habit. Well, that served me very well in my sales career, if I do say so myself. Even so, you seem to have remembered things to an uncanny level of detail. I suppose. Nevertheless, it's true. I remember the rain, the relief, all of it. Is what he's saying even plausible, though? Perhaps I should take another look. Blah, blah. No siree. A rain with a snowflake relief. Yes, I saw it clear as day. It was carved in such fine detail. Interesting. The testimony is certainly very accurate. In fact, I say it's just a little too accurate. And? What's wrong with being too accurate? I mean this. You testified to having seen a ring with a snowflake design on it. And while the victim indeed have a ring on his finger. See, exactly as I said. There's no way you could have seen it. Take a look at this photograph. See what's on Joey's hand? As you can see, the victim's right hand was covered by a tarp. It would have been impossible for you to see his ring, let alone what design was on it. Unless, that is, you approached the body and removed the sheet. You told us earlier you only took a look through the window and the door. You seem to have seen quite a lot from such a disadvantaged location, Mr. Sot. Who the heck do you think you are, huh? Mr. Big Shot acting like you know it all. I mean, I saw what I saw, I swear. Oh, I know, that man's arm. It must have moved under that tarp after I peeked in. Hold it! Nonsense! You already told us that can't have been the case. You said to yourself that the victim was already dead. And dead men don't move, do they? Unless they were being channeled by spirit mediums, but that's beside the point. Woo-wee! Is that the stench of desperation I smell? What are you hiding, Mr. Sot? Tell us! Org! No, You're Ron! I know what I saw. Urgh! Gra! You couldn't let it go, could you? I had to keep on poking and prodding. You slimy two-bit associate attorney. Seems a real Mr. Sot has finally revealed himself. Oh, that's quite the rug he was rocking. Came straight at you like some kind of flying black cat. Oh look, I'm just a sweet innocent witness here. But are you really? Because I must say, I have doubts. Very serious doubts. What's that supposed to mean? You saw something that should have been impossible to see from outside the workshop. So, how did you do it? That's simple. Mr. Sot, this is where you were standing when you saw the body. You were in the same room as the body. That's the only way you could have seen the relief on the ring. Ha! Ha ha ha! Say what you want, but you don't have a shred of evidence, do you? Nothing to prove I was in the room with the body anyway. You can't prove it, can you? Because I was in the next room over. Minding my own business and looking after the animals. I also would have signed out a pair of rubber gloves. For fun? Really? Remind me, Mr. Sot, what were you doing when you discovered the body? How many times do I was practicing my pet styling techniques? Of course, perhaps this rubber glove might mean something to you? Or, this glove was found by the victim's body. I believe it was dropped by the killer. And I can't help but notice that you have a similar glove tucked in your apron. No, this one's different. Hold it. Yeah, that one does seem awfully lonely, doesn't it? Hold it. It's just a rubber glove. There are hundreds of them, all over the prison. This doesn't prove anything. Objection! Not yet, perhaps. But if I were to ask the police to check this glove for prints, I have a feeling the results would be rather fascinating. Nog! Nog! Go! It's over. Yori! Hey, that was a pretty rad objection, am I right? Please, Fender, now is not the time for tomfoolery. But I have a legit objection, because this isn't over. There's something that still doesn't make sense. Our man here's a prisoner, right? And he's got one of those face-like doohickeys on. That's true. So how could he have left his workshop in the first place? His bracelet would have triggered the alarm if he tried. Right. Don't have a good explanation for that yet. Well, anything you'd like to share, good buddy? We're all friends here. That's weird. You should be clinging onto that bracelet like the big one round's life for... Huh, that's weird. You should be clinging onto that bracelet like the big round lifesaver it is. In what way? As in, it's the best hope for a wig flingler friend. Wait, it's the best hope our wig flinging friend here, as we're getting off the hook for a murder. Sorry, can't get into the crime scene with a bracelet on. If it was me, I'd be arguing that for my life. And yet, he hasn't said a peep about it. I wonder what that may be, huh? The Sound of Silence. Just like that one duo I'm thinking about. Simon and Garfunkel. I suppose this law priestess did preach that silence is golden yesterday too. Oh, you sound like an actual attorney for a second there, Mr. Fender. The worst of times are when lawyers calmly show our biggest smiles. Gregory taught me that. It was part of the attorney's code he lived by. So, friend, what's the dealio? Why so coy about your bracelets? Well, to tell you the truth, it's broken. Broken? I fell over a while back, you see, and hit it on the floor. After that, it didn't seem to set the sensors off anymore. I should have told the guards about it, I know, but, well, it was awfully convenient. I see. So your bracelet is broken. Do they really break that easily? So, then this person has a serious security problem. You there. Can we have a moment? Oh, aren't you just the cutest? Meow. How can I help you, sir? The prisoner's bracelet appears to be broken. What? Really? That's not good. I'll get someone to find a replacement right away. Thank you. I'll keep hold of the broken one for the time being. Of course, sir. I trust you'll take good care of it. Sweet. Bracelet sorted. Now to our murder in. Turn our murder in, yeah? What? No, I didn't kill anybody. Whoa there, Palio. You were the one who said your bracelet was out of commission. Or were there other inmates freely roaming the halls while everybody was busy watching the show? No, I just found the body. That's all, I promise. When I did, that enormous dog still had his mouth wrapped around the poor man's neck. I only went into the workshop after the beast had left. Why did you go in? Well, oh, fine. I wanted to go through his pockets, okay? He's going to rob the corpse? That explains why he remembers Night Serene in so much detail. Hey, why are you looking at me like that? I'm a great thief. I never stooped so low as to steal from a... Well, I didn't steal anything either. The show ended just after I entered the room, and all the their inmates came trickling down at thereafter. I panicked, rushed back to the other workshop, and started my fake screaming. And dropped the glove in your haste, huh? I guess this all just about hangs together. Anything smells funky to you, Miles? Other than whether Mr. Sod is the one who... Other than whether Mr. Sod is the one who did it? I'd say one very significant question still remains. The question of how my knight made it into the prison proper from his holding cell in the detention center. Oh yeah, that one's a doozy. I also can't help but wonder about another key feature of Mr. Sod's testimony. The dog's involvement can only mean one thing. Mr. Sod. Yes? What is it? Were you the only prisoner who didn't go to watch the show? Oh no, there was one other who didn't. Am I right in thinking that this person couldn't have watched the show even if he wanted to? Yes, how did you... I knew it. had my suspicions when he first ran into that black dog yesterday, but this confirms it. For a criminal that dangerous to end up in a place like this is unbelievable, but... Where is this person's cell? You're going to see him? Who are we talking about here? Him! He's not like the other prisoners you know. He's special. Gets treated like royalty. But you didn't hear that from me. All I'll say is, if you value your life, you'll stay well away from him. What? Are you please trying to scare us all the time? The big cheese, huh? Well, I, for one, definitely value my life, so that sucks. They keep him in maximum security. Which is over there. Maximum security. That's certainly one way of treating someone differently. Alright, quit being so mysterious and tell us who he is already. Let's just say he's highly skilled when it comes to people's lives. Better than anyone, in fact. And that's all I'm prepared to say on the subject. In fact, I may have already said too much. Well, Milesy, anything you'd care to share? Or are you going to leave Kay and I in the dark here too? The mystery man in maximum security is an old acquaintance. Let's go pay him a visit. I suspect we'll find our dark canine friend there too. Ooh. Mysterious dog. March 28th, 12:41 p.m. Prison maximum security. Oh, it's pitch black in there. I can't see a thing. Wait, didn't you say that the Yatagrasu takes flight even in the dead of night or something? Even in the depths of night, where no other bird dares to take flight. One alone serves to shine the light of righteousness on the world's blight. That one is me, for I am the great thief Yatagrasu. Whoa, you are one powerful performer. Thanks, but that one doesn't help me see in the dark. I'm a human, not a three-legged raven. Eek! Whoa! Ah, Mr. Edgeworth. That voice. I knew it. It has been far too long. You remember me? Yeah, I could hardly forget now, could I? After all, you are the one who put me away. Mr. Edgeworth, are you talking to that dog? Or is there someone else in there? Still can't see a dang thing. Oh, but I am forgetting myself. Forgive me, for I do not often receive visitors. One moment. I will turn on the lights. You are heavy-footed lots. Am I right in thinking there are 3 of you and all? Very well. Perhaps we should start by introducing ourselves. I am Buddied Armor As you may have gathered, Mr. Edgeworth and I are old acquaintances. Canis was a notorious assassin. Some knew him as the Blind Butcher. Oh, jeepers. His only weapons were a vicious hunting hound and a fearsomely sharp knife. His appearance was always announced by the sound of his bells. The last sound his victims would ever hear. Oh, jeez, this is scary. Well, Mr. Edgeworth, am I to guess why you have come to see me? You know why I'm here. In fact, I'm willing to bet you know every detail of this sordid little affair already. Then I suppose we have nothing to hide from one another. Aw, interesting. Aw, cute. Your faithful canine friend is currently the chief suspect in a murder investigation. The person who found the body saw a dog with his mouth around the victim's throat. Your witness is mistaken. Helmut is a gentle soul. He is my eyes, nothing more. It is absurd to think he would do such a thing, isn't it, boy? Yes, it is. You're a good boy, aren't you? Helmut is more than a mere seeing eye dog. He's certainly no good boy. He's also a trained killer. Weapon once used in his man-sorted trade. This witness of yours, he is untrustworthy, I assume. Saw it is anything but trustworthy, and he's still very much a suspect himself. I only claim that his testimony is beyond reproach. Oh, no then. I thought as much. Yes, I did, Helmut. Yes. Figures I already knew were witnesses. What were you doing between 9 and 10 a.m. yesterday morning, Mr. Canis? During the show, you mean? I was here, ensconced in these humblest surroundings. I've developed a passion for wood carving, you see. An obsession, even. I was engrossed in it all morning. And you have permission to engage in such a hobby? I can't believe someone would actually let you. The warden and I have an understanding. An understanding? That's ridiculous. This man shouldn't be allowed one, let alone 5 chisels. This man shouldn't be allowed one, let alone 5 chisels. Nothing but lethal weapons in his hand. I was carving Buddhist pieces at first. By the 674th, my interest had begun to wane. Oh, that must have taken forever. That is all I have, child. In any case, my focus has now shifted to pieces, such as these. I didn't know you played chess. You play too, do you not, Prosecutor? Perhaps one day you might indulge me? You may find my game rather rudimentary. I only began my arrival here, I am afraid. What's that piece? Dog with 3 heads? Ah yes, the dogs of war. You must forgive my little joke. Chess is after all a game of war. Soldiers, knights, castles. All doing their utmost to protect the king. All loyal to the last. I've always thought it strange that such a game has no place for a dog. After all, what more loyal weapon could an army call upon? Still, it's simply a piece I made for fun. Fear not, I play by the regular rules, and with the regular pieces. Can't imagine it's easy finding opponents to play here in prison, though. Oh, I have my correspondence. Correspondent chess, then? Train moves by post? Yes, even prisoners are allowed to send and receive letters. Their contents are inspected, of course. Although, I've yet to receive the details of my current opponent's next move. Sounds like this current opponent isn't a resident here. I suppose you know the identity of the deceased, Mr. Canis? His name was Bronco Knight, was it not? Poor unfortunate soul. So sad. So true. You keep your ear to the ground. My ears are all I have, Mr. Edgeworth. I might not surprise that he's plugged into the prison's information network. Or perhaps he was not so unfortunate after all. What do you mean? Mr. Knight's crime was a grave one. A crime for which he would have been made to pay dearly anyway. The attempted assassination of our president. That is no small matter. Attempted assassination? Wait, Mr. Edgeworth, did Mr. Knight? Yes, we proved that he murdered his team leader, and that there was no attempt on the president's life. Could it be? Are they attempting to cover up President Wayne's fake assassination scheme? Whoa there, cowboy! You're saying the Bronxer didn't actually have pop at the press? I was hired to defend him on the charge of attempted murder. You mean you don't know what really happened? So what? They just blamed the whole assassination thing on Mr. Knight? It would explain why the committee was so keen to get involved. Of course, he took you off the case to try and keep you away. Swapped in that Weeder kid to push through an attempted murder charge. In other words, they're trying to cover up the truth. So they really were trying to frame him. Huh? According to the guards, this night was it. He told me he finally insisted that he attempted no assassination, which would have come out anyway when the case went to trial. I'm no expert in legal matters, but allow me to say this one thing. I know for certainty that he would have not been the first inmate in prison on false pretenses. Ugh. An uncomfortable fact, but a fact nonetheless. Yes, Helmet. Yes, it is. Yes. The courtroom is not always the bastion of truth you'd believe it to be, Mr. Edgeworth. No bastion of truth, huh? I've heard something to that effect before. It's from a certain Interpol agent who doesn't have much faith in prosecutors. Never was able to fully dispel his mistrust of... I never was able to fully dispel his mistrust of prosecutors. Even Helmet understands, don't you, Helmet? Yes, you do. Yes, you do, good boy. The truths revealed in court and your deductions. It is dangerous to trust either implicitly. Arg. But I'm not bitter. You were not the first to make me a subject of unfounded suspicions in recent days. In fact, I was visited by another prosecutor only yesterday. He was accompanied by a judge. He even dragged the warden along. Her distaste for me lingering unspoken in the air. Not those two again. Prosecutor Winter and Judge Cavell. They went over my cell with a fine-tuned comb, but they left empty-handed. They were looking for their murder weapon, I believe, to no avail. But I mustn't take it personally. Rumor has it they searched every cell in the prison. Still failed to find what they were looking for. I pray they weren't too disappointed. Hey, well, that posed more questions than it answered. What do we do now? That testimony is flimsy at best. I'll need more proper evidence if I want to take Hannah's son. Well, I think that's quite enough chit-chat for one day. Helmet will show you out. Good boy, Helmet. Go on now. He's not showing us out permanently, right? Let's get out of here. Come on. Until next time, Mr. Kennis. It does pain that our brief time must end, just as we were becoming reacquainted. Await your return, Mr. Edgeworth. Oh, poor Kay. March 28th, 1:12 p.m. Prison corridor. Note together the evidence I need to bolster my case. Mr. Edgeworth! That's the best hiding spot she could find. It's alright, Kay. You can come down now. Where's Fender? He ran out somewhere. I had no idea he could move so fast. Fender, Fender, Fender. So, what do we do now? You and I will continue the investigation. I just know where to start. It's solving that one particular mystery that's been dogging us this whole time. Presumably, Security doors. Let's start by investigating the holding cells. In Mr. Knight's room, right? But, what about Mr. Fender? I'm sure he'll find us when he's ready. Sure, but he's kind of our boss, isn't he? Oh well. March 28th, 1:34 p.m., Detention Center Corridor. The victim's cell is just over there. Lead the way, Mr. Edgeworth. I have just about had it. Who's that? I've just about had it. Warden Lagarde. She must have come from the corridor marks no entry. You still not talking, ma'am? Even with the evidence you borrowed from the precinct? No, and I've tried so many times, I've lost count. What am I supposed to do? I can't send in a blanket report. I guess a killer hire was going to be a tough nut to crack. A killer for hire? Oh. I couldn't help overhear Warden Lagarde, but were you just talking about body armor Canis? My, we're listening? How very gauche of you. My girl's privacy is armor, you know. Do you normally conduct interrogations of the man yourself? Oh, it's not him. Just him, darling. I try to have locutional ta-ta-ta with everyone, you see. That's what it's mean to be a member of the family in this little home of ours. There isn't a person who hasn't made the pilgrimage to my office at least once. Your office? Oh, sweet. He's angling for an invite. Well, I suppose it is the hottest ticket in town. It's on this corridor here, darling. But FYI, I don't just let anyone in willy-nilly. I see. Let's see, that would put it right around here. It's a wonderful room, if I do say so myself. All my gifts rave about it. And who wouldn't want a view of my fabulous garden at the yard? Ooh la la! The yard? If it's anything like the rest of the place, it's probably full of adorable animals, right? Can I see? Oh, darling, it's so sweet of you to take an interest, but I'm afraid that's not possible. Why not? Because you're not a member of our home. If you want to see it that badly, we'll just have to get convicted for doing something unspeakable. That's a rather steep price to pay. Oh, but just listen to me, chatting away like there's no tomorrow. Except for that, at least brunch, then the poor dear will be dying. Allie, the sweetest little dear in all of the world. I know I shouldn't have favorites, but you know how it is. Now, to the yard with me. Ciao for now, darlings. She pegged out it there. Okay. I wanted to ask her about Canis, but she's dominated that conversation from start to finish. Let's go investigate the victim's cell, shall we? For 28th, 1:43 p.m. Detention Center, holding cell. So this is Knight's cell. When do you think he was brought in, Mr. Edgeworth? It would have been the evening of the 25th, just after the events at the lake. Then, at some point, he wound up in the prison proper. But how? There must be some evidence here that will point us in the right direction. Alright, let's get looking, Mr. Edgeworth. Hey, look at this weird piece of paper. There's some sort of grid on it. Let's take a closer look. Ah, I see. It's a chess game. I've seen it before. Enough with the chess chat, Mr. Edgeworth. We're supposed to be investigating here. Focus! I am investigating. This particular bit of chess chat could prove to be vital. Now, take a look at this. Can you tell me what it is? It's a chess set we saw in Mr. Kenneth's cell. But, I don't really know the rules of chess, so... The rules of the game are not important here. What is important are the positions of the pieces. Oh, no, man, going on. Nearly 2 hours? Okay. Remember the ones in Mr. Kenneth's cells with these? Do you notice anything? Ah! I don't know which piece is which or anything, but... If you turn the diagram like this, there are pieces in the same squares. Indeed, there's no dog in the diagram, but that's to be expected. Apart from that, however, the positions are identical. And what does that tell us? Oh, I haven't. As unlikely it might seem. Let me say that again. As unlikely it might seem. Mr. Kenneth's chess opponent was Mr. Knight? This could be just the proof we need to show that Mr. Kenneth had a connection to the victim. Many. Can't look there. Reflected in the mirror is... Security camera! Great Thief's greatest enemy! Nothing about this place is very thief-friendly, if I'm being honest. I think that might be entirely deliberate, AK. Guard! I'd like you to retrieve the footage from the security camera and review it as carefully as you can. If you see anything out of the ordinary, inform me immediately. Yes, sir! Huh? The bowl is nice and spotless. There are no signs that the toilet paper has been used. Everything seems to be in order with this toilet here. What? Are you serious? Why? What's wrong? Why so serious? There's no door. There's not even a curtain. Whoever designed this place should have thought a little more about the people who have to live here. I think there might be a reason behind the open plan layout. Let's go with the scene inspecting. Hey look! This newspaper's got a chunk of it missing. You're right. A few of its pages are roughly torn out. Oh. But why? Maybe Mr. Nice Knight wanted to clean his cell, but didn't have a cleaning cloth? It's not a totally impossible theory, I suppose, but who would try to clean their cell? I'll see here. This must be Knight's suit jacket. So I've been doing some research on my own. Oh, and what have you discovered? I discovered that guys who look good in suits tend to be popular with the ladies. But don't worry, you're totally Arrow Ace. Guys with frilly neck ruffles are next on my research list. Please stop. There's something different about this spot here. This part of the floor is really clean. Somebody wipe it down or something? Duh, something's happening here. This part of the floor has been wiped clean. Maybe he spilled some grape juice? Who knows, but we can certainly imagine what he used to do. Or we can certainly imagine what he used to do the wiping. The torn out pages of that newspaper. Why wouldn't he just ask for a guard? Why wouldn't he just ask a guard for a cloth or something though? Perhaps he didn't want anyone to see what he was wiping up. Investigation complete. I think we've about exhausted this cell. We've made significant progress by establishing a connection between Mr. Kenneth and the victim. This is bad, sir. Is that the guard? The security camera footage, sir. I watched it and... What is it? Can you show it to us? Yes, sir. I have a small playback monitor with me. What are you waiting for? Let's see it. Okay, that was weird. Huh? Oh, okay. Oh, okay. What is that? That black thing! Is that dog right? Until now, our assumption was that the crime had taken place inside the prison proper. But it seems that assumption may have been wrong. Night had actually been attacked in this location. Right here in the detention center. And the perpetrator was indeed Mr. Kenneth's dog. This is just the evidence we need. And if this is where Knight actually was murdered, if one of the pieces of evidence we found during this cell takes on a whole new meaning. The floor of Knight's cell was wiped clean, seemingly to remove something. Could that something have been his blood? Thank you, officer. Would you mind doing me one more favor? Gambit, sir. There's a detective by the name of Gumshoe somewhere in this facility. I need you to give him a message. Tell him to have this cell tested for traces of blood, and to report the results to Edgeworth. You got it, sir. Now we can really go after that Kenneth guy right now, Mr. Edgeworth? No, not yet. We still don't know how Mr. O'Knight and the dog moved between his cell and the prison proper. Right, so that's what we need to figure out next. What's the play, Coach? Where are we off to? I suspect one of the guards might know something. We should ask those posted nearby and see what they have to tell us. March 28th, 2:15 p.m. Detention Center Corridor. Okay, time to get asking. Huh? Thanks for the tour. Later. Later. Hold on a moment. Need to do my Australian accent. Well, well, Mr. Prosecutor and his little friend. I didn't expect to run into you here. Must be my lucky day. This is Ancient Sheet Long Lane of Interpol. He was in charge of a case I worked on 2 weeks back. I thought he had gone home to St. Paul after that, but here he is. You had some business to take care of, I take it, Agent Lane. You could say that. Nothing that needs to concern you, though. First a black hound, now a wolf in all black. Hey, wait, why are you all alone today? That's true. That's true. He's usually accompanied by an army of police officers. I hear you were at it again by a couple days back, sticking your nose into things, snooping as usual. A couple of days back? Ah, means the incident with the president of St. Fa. Actually, I thought you might be there as well, heading up the security detail. Ah, our president doesn't have much faith in the efficacy of his own country's police force. Maybe now he'll think twice before using contractors again. Amateurs! Agent Lane doesn't have much faith in prosecutors or the courts to do their jobs right. Which is why he's so meticulous about investigating with his handpicked cream of the crop officers. Indeed. No doubt things would have turned out differently had you and your men been in charge. My men, huh? Yeah, those guys aren't around anymore. They were killed in a bombing a few days ago. Oh, I'm so sorry. What? They're not? It's funny, isn't it? I'm a real lone wolf now. Ha 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 ha! What are you saying, Ancient Lane? What on earth happened? I told you! It doesn't concern you! See you around, Mr. Prosecutor! Wow, he seems not okay. Yes, and I would have very much liked to know why. But there's nothing we can do about it right now. We'll worry about Agent Lane later. We have an investigation to conduct. Alright, let's start by talking to these guards. Oh man, I'm so much trouble. What's the matter? You seem perturbed. Oh, well you see, one of my uniforms is missing. I could have sworn it was right here in my locker. Did it grow a pair of legs and run off somewhere? Where in the world did that idea spring from? Anyway, I hope you track it down soon. I'll be rooting for you. But thanks, I appreciate it. I was wondering, have you seen an enormous black dog wandering around here recently? That thing? No way! If I had, let's just say I'd be a lot more nervous about standing guard here. So, do you and this dog have some kind of history or something? Now, okay. You should know when to let sleeping dogs slide. That is true. That is true. But the son of it, Canis' dog hasn't been spotted on this side of those heavy security doors. Hey! Are those my faithful assistants I see before me? Fender, and where exactly have you been? Where have I been? I've been looking for you too! Been searching high and low, wandering lonely through the prison halls. It's just terrible, I tell you. But the prison's over there on the other side of the facility, boss. I just don't like bad dogs, okay? So listen, I just got the lowdown on some seriously dynamite material. You want to hear it, right? Right? Seamless. I was chatting with a few of the guards. They told me something interesting. Turns out the Bronxster had himself a little incident 2 days ago. Pre-mortem, if you catch my drift. An incident? Simeon told you he came to visit his pal, right? Well, it happened right after they'd wrapped up, when Bronco was being escorted back to his cell. It was just one guard and he was handcuffed to obs. Hold on a moment. They made it back and the guard was taking off his cuffs when the Bronxo clobbered him, knocked the poor guy out cold. Sounds like it might have just been the prelude to a jailbreak. Because when the other guard showed up, they couldn't find their comrade's keys. Were there any rumblings about Knight attempting an escape? That's the bit that fries the old noggin. There were none. He just sat in his cell, then turned up dead. And what's more, he swore right up to the end that he never stole the keys. He turned his cell inside out too, but no dice. Gardner was struck. What did he have to say? Nothing. Poor guy was still out when they took him to the hospital. Word is he's still there. There's nobody around to tell us what's really happened. What the? It's you two losers. Oh boy. Well, I know what's going to happen next, so I'm going to save the game. I'll let this take over for another time. Alright. This has been Dry Oasis. I've been your host. And these have been my two co-hosts, Kirby and Snorlax. Say goodbye, Kirby and Snorlax. Hi-yo! And as always, you can follow me on Twitch, YouTube, Patreon, Discord, or Blue Sky, all under Dry Oasis. I've been your host. And let's see here. Yeah. Alright. I hope that you've all had a great day so far. And if not, I hope the rest of your day is better, or tomorrow is better for you. See you later, and take care for those who are watching on Twitch.